Jade, and this week we're joined by another member of the Dice Junk crew, Chase.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, and you're 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 not the host, or are you?
No, I am the host.
You are okay. So Zoen's the DM, but
Correct.
you're the host.
Yes, it's very similar to Dice Funk Season 1.
So do you think in future seasons, once you've gotten comfortable with DM, that you're gonna take up that position, or stay as a player, or
Kinda, sorta. So we have it planned out for Season 2 for Ruby to DM, and then I was planning to DM Season 3 should we ever make it to that as well.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna rotate the positions. Cool. Yeah, I also realized earlier today that this is the last episode being recorded of 2017.
Hooray!
So, I don't know if we should do any sort of New Year's stuff. I guess, actually, New Year's stuff I could do. Next week, Brent has volunteered. So, Brent, if you're listening to this, I mean, if not, I'm probably going to tell you, we should probably do, a top 10 movies or games or something. I sat down and wrote out all the movies and games that I have watched or played that came out in 2017.
Right.
So,
I don't think I've played a single game that came out in 2017. I'm super.
Do you have any recent consoles, or do you do PC gaming or something?
Yeah, I'm mostly a PC gamer now.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I kind of played some game that came out in 2017, but it was more of a DLC. It was the expansion pack for Sims, which introduced cats and dogs.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty fun so far, except my cat's a dickhead.
Yeah, because most of my games are either ones because I mainly do console gaming. I've got a bunch on Xbox One and a bunch on 3DS, because 3DS is still getting games. But where Wii U died this year, I got Zelda Breath of the Wild, and that was it. Still haven't gotten a Switch. I keep meaning to, but trying to find time for any gaming in general is so hard.
It's so damn hard.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I've sorted my movies I've seen list down into 10, and I know what number 10 is, and I think I know what number 1 is, but even I don't know. It's hard to decide if I want a more serious movie or a more fun movie or a movie that strikes a balance between the two. Because there were a lot of movies this year that are good at doing what it is they set out to do.
Yeah,
which is different. I guess spoilers. My number 1 is I'm still deciding between Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Blade Runner 2049. Because Blade Runner is really good, but it's also long and serious, and Guardians is really fun, but I don't know if it was quite as good as the first Guardians. I mean, it's good in different ways.
I totally agree. I thought it was really good. I actually thought Thor Ragnarok was better in terms of Marvel movies.
Yeah, I think Thor Ragnarok is more fun, but I think Guardians, the scenes in the Yondu's death in Guardians got me more feels than pretty much anything in Thor Ragnarok.
I just about cried at that, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, but then in Guardians 2, some of the subplots didn't really do much. The whole Nebula thing. I get they're building that up for her arc when she finally gets to confront Thanos in one of the next 2 Avengers movies. But otherwise, it was just kind of there. Yeah, so I guess, next week I can probably go through that, top 10 lists, so it'll give something for Brent and I to talk about. And we've already got a whole lot of stuff to do today with you, because we've got the questionnaire, and then, let's see, what do we get in the forums?
And then a bunch of questions from Zoen.
yeah, Zeno and Revan and Eugene all posted multiple questions on the forum, and then Zoen and Toshiro Kuro, and was there anyone else? I know both of them came through with a bunch of questions. I was just sitting around at lunch today and saw a flood of questions coming in. Looks like there's one from Insomnia too. So yeah, there's a few of those. Oh, and Sean actually sent a question. It's kind of surprising, but nice. So, okay, yeah, but questioner first. So what's your favorite Pokemon?
That's a hard one. I have a couple, but if I have to narrow it down to just one, I'd say I think Oddish.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Oddish is great. Did you listen to the Game Crunk episode where Austin talked about the haunted Oddish?
I did not.
Oh. Yeah, he had one of those Burger King Oddish plushies that I guess he tried to get rid of it a bunch of times and it kept coming back. Like, it would, like, disappear, and I think he said he, like, tied its legs together and threw it into the woods, and it still came back before they left that house.
That's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, so then I went on eBay and I bought a haunted Oddish. Because, yeah, Oddish is one of my favorites, too. It's definitely my favorite grass one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe. I don't know, I like Blossom, too. Yeah, I mean, I get it doesn't have to be just one. If you have others you wanted to shout out,
I also like Furret a lot. I don't know. I'm just a sucker
marshmallow.
For all the cute ones. I know this was kind of discussed on last episode, but yeah.
And there's so many cute ones. It's hard to.
That's very true. Decide. I'm also like I lean towards like the older generation stuff because that's what I know fairly well. Like the first game that I ever played was the Fire Red, and then after that I jumped immediately to Y, and I haven't really played any other ones. Well, I lied. I played Alpha Sapphire, and that one was okay.
Yeah, like I'm really fond of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire because Ruby Sapphire was like my favorite. But yeah, like I'm not entirely sold on the art style. That they had in that one or X and Y.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I wish they'd done it in the art style that they made for Sun and Moon. Where like the people are a little bit taller and less chibi.
And less chibi.
Yeah. Although I don't know what it is. Something about the art style they went with starting in X and Y where it's just you've got characters when they're supposed to look cute, have their upper row of teeth showing inside their mouth, and it always looks weird to me. It's like everybody's got buck teeth. Yeah, but like I think I tried Googling that. It's like, what's up with this? Is this like a trend? Because I'm seeing it in a bunch of stuff, and I couldn't find the right keywords to find other people ranting about this one little quirk that I find annoying. Anyway, okay. What is the coolest superpower to have?
Coolest superpower.
Yep. The question's designed to weed out, like, oh, the best one is time travel or something. Like, what's like the most fun superpower you could have?
Okay, so most probably fun superpower then. Oh dear. The power to not care. I think I care way too much about everything in order to try to make things too perfect or to try and do everything in one day and there just isn't time for it or I think that one.
So yeah, super chill.
Yeah, super chill.
I wonder what drugs you need to take to get that.
A lot of Ritalin.
Let's see. Okay. What's your preferred type of media? Like books, movies, video games, music?
If it has to be based on just sheer time, probably music. I spend a lot of time listening to music, even when I'm just not doing anything or just doing something idly. I will have music on. But other than that, I really like movies and novels. I don't really watch TV a whole lot. I'll watch stuff on Netflix occasionally, but I feel like movies and novels take up more time than TVs do.
Yeah, like TV usually expects a longer time investment than like movies. Favorite thread on the Funky Shack?
Oh dear, there's a lot of them, isn't there?
I mean, it could be like category now, I guess, because like it used to be, back before the Discord started up, that we would like start up a lot of like fun, quirky threads over like the Between Us or the Playground or stuff. There's not so much of that anymore. It's mostly on the Discord, but
I'd probably say the fan casts then. Well, just the fan stuff in general. I love all the fan art, and we got some really amazing artists in this community, and I think it's just amazing. We also have some really talented people doing podcasts. I know we have more than a few D&D podcasts and stuff now. We have a few talking podcasts where people hang out. Notably this one and Funk Dunk and Tangentially Yours I know of as well.
Yeah, like this one is like a spin-off of Funk Dunk because Funk Dunk was Kirsten and me and Sean talking, and then I ended up carrying it on into this like spin-off sequel where I talk to other people, because I figure everybody on this site, we're all podcast fans, we all want to be on a podcast. So mine's the longest running, but yeah, there's Tangentially Yours, there was Wild Fantasy, which, I mean, they haven't been able to keep up with it anymore, but they had a short run on that one. And yeah, Funk Dunk is still going on in Funk Dunk Plays, which is another D&D one, and then this Dice Chunk is your D&D one, where you've been able to keep up with it every week so far, so right?
Just about, yeah.
Which I mean, I know how tough that can be.
I know we've had an episode every week. It's been kind of a battle to put out an episode on the same day every week. I try and aim to release on Mondays, but some days it's just harder, be it technical problems or we didn't record that day,
Yeah, mine ends up usually being Mondays, mainly because when like at first I started off saying I can record on any day of the week, but like most people will say Friday, Saturday, or Sunday is the day they're available. So then and then Monday lately has been a day off for me. I mean, I never know my job. They try to keep me on a consistent schedule, but then every few months they decide to switch things up and it goes crazy. But for now, I've had Mondays off. So that's like the first day after recording that I get to sit down and just edit. So just kind of on accident, Mondays become the release day.
Same here, really. I work Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and I have school the rest of the time. So I usually am off early Monday mornings enough to edit the whole podcast then and just kind of release it that day.
Yeah, I mean, and it works where Word Funk is usually Saturday or Sunday, or like Saturday night into Sunday, and then Dice Funk is almost always Sunday, unless something goes horribly wrong. Okay, how did you discover the funk? As in, like, the fandom?
I think I was just looking for Dungeons and Dragons podcasts, and I came across one on the iTunes app, and I was like, oh, Dice Funk, that sounds kind of interesting. I listened to it, and I wasn't really super sold on, like, the first episode, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to listen to another, and then the second one, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get into this more, and then by 3 or 4 episodes in, I was just completely invested.
So that was season 1?
I started just about the time they started recording season 3, I believe.
Okay.
But I started from season 1. Yeah.
Let's see. Favorite Dice Funk character? Which you can do one per season if you want.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I can't pick favorites. Well,
pick your favorite child. The others aren't loved.
Okay, wait. Do I have to do a PC or an NPC?
That could be either.
I don't know. Cash Money was pretty good in season 1.
I don't know. Did Cash Money really do much besides having a cool name?
No, he didn't. He just gave the finger guns, and I think that was pretty much it. Although I
wonder if he's Drop's ancestor.
Oh, maybe. I think Austin or Johnny mentioned that he and Jack rose up to fight Gorfanax or something. At some point, I can't remember exactly when.
Yeah, I mean, Jack definitely.
Season 2, I loved Elias. Elias and Drop were just the coolest. Season 3, Zoe, and I'm sorry, I loved also Alice and Claudia. They were two of my favorite NPCs of the season. And then season 4, I don't know. It's so early to tell, but I really like Lauren's character, Lenora.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess, yeah, you mean it's kind of spoilers, but yeah, it's exciting that we get Johnny back. I mean, it's sort of, kind of.
I actually was listening to the episode this morning, and then when his voice came on, I was like, "Oh, yay!" I knew he wasn't like gonna be fully there because Austin mentioned that once or twice, but I was super excited when we got that first little tidbit of him reading the poem, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" And then the audio logs, I thought he did very well, and it was very well voice acted.
Yeah. Like I asked Austin. Well, I think I asked Austin. I also asked Laura and Skitch, and yeah, they confirmed that his stuff is. It's like edited in after, and so like in the recording, Austin will tell them if there's any like relevant information in it, but
correct.
They don't actually hear the Johnny voice until they listen to the episode, which I guess encourages them to listen back to the episode and see what made it in and what got left on the editing room floor. And so I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that like they say that doesn't actually end up in the show.
Oh my god, there's so much stuff. I just guessing from my own podcasting experience, we say so much shit that doesn't make it to the floor. It's like, oh my god. We usually try and record for about an hour and a half. We end up recording about 2 hours most of the time, and then it gets edited down to about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think Funkdunk Plays is similar. Kirsten edits that one. I get kind of lazy with this. I figure I edit out long pauses. And, like, if like, this is, someone gets disconnected or something, and then we're talking about, you know, how the Audacity fucked up and stuff, I'll edit that out, because that's not interesting. But, I mean, that's about it. And, like, and usually I try to edit out, like, if it gets to be about 2 hours, and then I stop and say, okay, we need to wrap up now, I'll edit that part out. Unless it, like, is necessary to understand what's being said. But otherwise, I figure this show's mostly white noise, so might as well leave most of it in. What's your role in the Funky Shack anime? Which is a hypothetical anime involving the people from this site. That may or may not be a high school anime. That's the thing people have been going with.
I feel like I just give finger guns and don't do anything else. That's my whole role, is just the guy who walks by finger guns and then keeps going.
So you're like a background NPC who develops a cult fan base.
Yes. I'm the quote unquote that guy.
The one who ends up on all the t-shirts and people are like, oh yeah, that show.
Not intentionally though, it's just accidental.
Yeah, no, it's the fans that do that. Favorite porn genre?
I'm kind of gonna answer that in a halfway. I like big girls, so I'm gonna let people fill in the details there.
Vor.
Oh, nope, not that one.
Let's see. Okay, last 2 questions. What are you wearing?
Sweatshirt and khakis. Yeah, I'm boring. Hot. That's what I wore to work, so.
And then last question, what is the story of your username? Which, I mean, it's usually just your name, isn't it?
It is now, yeah. It used to be, Delta Oak, and then I go by That Fat Baby on a few sites, like Reddit. I go by That Fat Baby with a PH, as in cool baby.
Sounds familiar.
Both I originated from playing Call of Duty World War II not World War II, World at War on the Wii. You could change your name as many times as you wanted, so I would just like come up with stupid stuff. And that's how I came up with That Fat Baby. It was like, oh, you got killed by That Fat Baby, or you killed That Fat Baby, which I thought was hilarious. And then another one I thought of was Delta Oak, in which I was like, okay, just think of like an operation and then like a plant. And I was like, okay, well, Delta is like in the NATO phonetic alphabet, so that kind of sounds cool. And then Oak Tree, and then I put them together, and that's kind of how those came by.
Yeah, because like I know I've seen the name That Fat Baby on stuff before. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the forum or.
Okay, I used it on the forum, and I used it on the Discord originally.
Okay, so I just changed it. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, because it's like I heard you say that, and I knew it sounded familiar, and I was trying to think, have I seen this on another site, or no? It was the forum. Okay, so yeah, then we got the user questions. Zeno asks, "Why were you so offended when I showed you that live-action SpongeBob porn parody?"
It was just despicable in every way possible. It was actually, I had to cut it from the episode, but at one point, Zeno linked us all to a SpongeBob porn in the Discord app while we were recording our latest episode, and I went off, and it was pretty damn funny. But
yeah, I think I saw him link that on our Discord. I don't know if that was separate or if that was from the same thing. Or
no. Oh, I don't know.
The Wood Rocket one. I think because I saw him link it, and I told him he should be watching the second one because the second one is better.
Oh yes, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because that one I think I talked about on a past episode. Like the first one, it's I don't know. I haven't really. I don't think I watched it all the way through. It was kind of boring. But the second one, where you've got the Patrick guy who stays in character for the entire thing.
Oh no!
Yeah. This guy. He's Patrick, and he does like the Patrick voice during all the sex, and it's amazing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like asking. Well, in that one, it's not Sandy. It's like Sandy's sister, who is also a human because why not? But yeah, he's like doing the Patrick voice, asking her to put a condom on him and stuff. Or no, I think except he caused like one of those little rubber things that floated down from the surface. Because they're staying in character in SpongeBob universe.
Yeah, I think in the episode that the part that he linked us to, I was like, why does he just look super dumb? And then Ruby said, he looks like he has syphilis.
The SpongeBob actor is pretty horrifying in that one.
It was terrible.
Yeah, that it's like a cardboard suit, except it looks all crinkly, and there's just a guy's face painted yellow in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And just like a little hole for his dick to stick out of. Let's see. Okay. What made you decide to start a D&D podcast?
Well, I loved Dice Funk, and I wanted to play D&D. I hadn't played it in a long while. And I wanted to do something on the internet for quite a while as well. I wanted to start a YouTube or something along those lines. You know, growing up in that age of where you see all these people on YouTube and you're like, oh my god, that looks so fun. And so I found a way to merge my wanting to play D&D and my YouTube obsession together. And maybe someday it'll make money, but it doesn't matter. I do it because it's fun.
Yeah, and there's so many D&D podcasts popping up now that there's stiff competition for the money side of it. But, I mean, if you're just doing it for fun, then whatever. You know.
I'm pretty much just doing it for fun because I have no really aspiration to make it a career or anything. I want to do something in computers, not necessarily broadcasting. So if it comes, it comes, but yeah, I'm not actively looking to make it into something more permanent, you know?
Yeah.
That being said, I do love podcasting with that crew and just doing it in general because it is amazing and everything I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think we got some questions coming up about like thoughts on Inside Baseball podcast. But then Zeno asks, why did you cut your beautiful hair?
Oh dear. My hair was really long. It was way past my shoulders, and I just decided to cut it on a whim because I don't know. I wanted something
it was like
more
Jesus hair, wasn't it?
It was Jesus hair, yeah. It was long, curly, blondish hair, and I just decided to cut it all off. So
And you went with the Thor Ragnarok haircut.
Pretty much. Except it's still curly, so it's like all fucked up on top.
Yeah, so I guess you're following the Thor hair trend pattern.
Plus, I like Thor. He's cool.
Yeah. And Chris Hemsworth is really fun as an actor.
He is a hunk of man.
How do you grow that magnificent beard?
Beard oil and trimming. You gotta trim it up with scissors or an electric razor or something.
Let's see. Do you have any superpowers?
I'm pretty ordinary, I think. I might have the superpower of just being too nice and then being worried about it later. Like, oops, was I too nice? Did I apologize too much? I think that's my superpower. Yeah, I have to retcon it. That's my superpower, is being paranoid that I was too nice.
Okay, yeah, so that's the one you have, and the one you want is the opposite, where you super chill, don't care.
Yeah. Super Ritalin. Adderall.
Yeah, the Ritalin. That could be your superhero name, although that kind of sounds like a Batman villain. If you could be any fantasy creature, what would it be? Oh yeah, I forgot. I should probably answer
fantasy creature. That's a wide spectrum of things. Probably a dwarf elf hybrid. I don't know. I'm super big into Lord of the Rings and stuff, and I love both the dwarves and the elves from it. So yeah, they're gonna have a baby, and that's gonna be
me. Yeah, I wonder why you don't see more dwarf elves in fantasy stuff. It's like everything's blending with humans.
Yeah. It's like a dwelf.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, I like elves, so that would be a possibility. I mean, it wouldn't be too far off from what I already am anyway. You know, you get the pointy ears and you get leaner, I guess. More long-lived. But if you really want to get bang for your buck with this, fantasy transformation... I wonder what it'd be like to be a flump.
I bet it would just be pure bliss. Granted, you were surrounded by all the right people.
Yeah, because
if you were
you're feeding off their emotions.
No.
Yeah, and if you get anybody who flips you over, then you can't flip yourself back over.
I think if I were a flump, I would just hang out at the gym all the time, because like those people are just pumping with endorphins. They probably feel real happy all the time.
Yeah, you could be like a flump life coach. You float around and you encourage people and feed off of their positive emotions.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to help lift weights or anything, but I would just be there. I'd be like a positive Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. Let's see. What musical instruments do you play?
Most notably, I play both guitar and bass guitar, and then I'm also passable at the piano. I'm not great, but given enough time, I can get back up to where I was. I was all right. And I really want to play drums. Like I'm really good at Rock Band drums, but don't got a full set to practice on, you know.
Yeah.
Rock Band drums with all like the cymbals and everything, and I play it on like the hardest difficulty. So I try and make it as real as I can, but it still feels pathetic in the end.
Okay, yeah, so you've got the coordination, and you would just have to learn, like, the pressure with real drums.
Yes.
Are you in a band, / do you want to be?
It depends on who would be in the band. If it was people I could feel very comfortable with, yes, I would love to be in a band, and provided I could, write my own stuff and make the music that I want to make. I am not currently in a band, but I've thought about it before, and I'm not sure I have the time for it at the moment.
Yeah.
But that would be pretty fun, I think.
Let's see, would you ever compose music for a game or movie?
Fun fact, that's what I started going to college for. I wanted to do game development, and so I was taking classes on music. I took a history of music since the 17th century class. That was a boner killer. It was just so much crap to wade through, and I'm like, oh my god, this repertoire is just insufferable. After you get past all the greats, past Beethoven, and then you get into like atonal music, and you're like, no, that's horrible. Why would anybody write this? Long story short, if I felt comfortable enough to make the music and think it was good enough, yeah, I would. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, when it comes to music, I still kind of marvel at anybody who can write music, because I don't really understand, like, where do you get the basic components? Like, how do you come up with a melody? Is it just like you hum a bunch of stuff and try to figure out what sounds good, or are there like standard melodies that you steal from? Or?
Yeah, there's also certain patterns you can follow. There's a thing called like the circle of fifths, which gives you certain key progressions. The most common one in pop music is like C, G, F. Those three chords make up like 75% of all pop music. So you can draw from those and all the notes in those scales and stuff like that. But yeah, just putting stuff together, I would assume. Or just trying stuff out and be like, oh yeah, that was kind of nice.
Yeah. Okay, so then we got Revan asks, best chase scene.
Now I'm conflicted. Is this my best scene, or is this like a scene in a movie? Like a chase scene in a movie?
He didn't capitalize it, so I guess it's a pun on your name.
Okay, so I guess... Ferris Bueller. The ending to Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, that one's classic. Oh, yeah, I probably should have read this in advance, because there's a lot of chase scenes I could think about. Like, the first one that comes to mind is the entirety of Mad Max Fury Road.
I still haven't seen Fury Road. I know it's bad on me, because I hear it's fucking awesome, but I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's usually compared to Road Warrior, where it's another movie that's like a chase scene for the entire movie, pretty much. Except with the giant
But it's
truck.
like in the title, Fury Road. It's like you expect them to be off the road.
Yeah. Favorite class in school / D&D. Okay, that's a weird way to phrase that question. So, favorite school class and favorite D&D class?
Yeah, I think that's what they're asking. History, I guess, for school, and any spellcaster in D&D.
Yeah, because in school, like, when I was younger, I used to be really good at math, but I never found it that interesting, and then in high school, I had really good English teachers, so those classes were fun, except they then convinced me to go to college for English, and now I have a useless English degree.
It's not useless. It's good for, hanging on the wall and looking pretty.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, and, like, I can
make,
say
like,
that I have a college
posters.
degree, so, I mean, which is true, but it also doesn't mean that much now that everybody's got college degrees.
Agreed, yeah. There's a lot of people with college degrees, which is great, but at the same time, it's like, oh no, everyone has college degrees.
Yeah, they're expensive and basically mandatory for getting good jobs, but, it's still good ground-level jobs, so... Favorite class in D&D? I don't know. Rogue has a lot of good bonuses. But like I usually just go with whatever fits the character I'm currently playing. Like right now I'm playing a warlock, so I'm learning like how warlock works. Which it has some nice aspects to it, although only having 2 spell slots is pretty limiting.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like that part sucks, but then you've got invocations, so I've got like polymorph at will and mage armor at will.
Yeah, and everything you cast in those spell slots are the spell level that spell slot corresponds to. So like if you're like a 5th level warlock, I think it's like 2nd or 3rd level spell slots, so every spell you cast is going to be a 2nd or 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, I don't know, I like Sorcerer as a concept, but there's so much stuff to keep track of with, like, the sorcery points and stuff that I never really fully take advantage of that class the way it should be.
I actually have a tangential question for D&D. I'm assuming that you've seen or heard of Xanathar's guide, right?
I have. Yeah, I pre-ordered it and got it on release day.
Okay. I've just been looking through it because I got it for Christmas, and a lot of it just seems like rehashed Unearthed Arcana stuff. How do you feel about that?
I mean, that's what it was. That's pretty much what it was billed as. That it's like they took the Unearthed Arcana, picked out the stuff that works the best, I guess, which, I mean, Skit just made no secret of how salty he is about the guide. Like, it left out the revamped...
he's very salty about it. I love it.
Yeah, like, I think like, the Arcana, they had stuff like fixing the Ranger class, and they left that out.
Yeah, which is a shame, because it is a good class if it were fixed, but it's just broken as all hell.
Yeah, and like, I know I've seen the Unearthed Arcana on making a Warforged character, and that wasn't included in Xanathar's. Even though, like, I guess it seems more like a Volos thing anyway to have a new race, but still, it would have been nice to have that in print form. Because I'm aware that the Arcanas exist, but I don't really do PDFs much, so I don't actually look at those. I just wait for print editions, and then I look through those. I mean, otherwise,
I liked the content of it well enough. However, I don't feel like it was maybe worth the price point they wanted for it.
Yeah,
but it's a good book.
Yeah,
it's not a necessity, but it's good.
Yeah, it's like it's got some neat stuff, and like I've kind of looked at it, but it's hard to like really like reading D&D books in general. I find is just hard to do unless you're actually going to be applying it. So I only read the sections related to whatever character I have going. So like I've looked over all the Warlock stuff and found some spells. Like there's like a Summon Greater Demon spell that they added that you can like create like a magic circle, summon a demon, and then every turn you have to roll like a check to see if you keep control over it or if it breaks loose and starts slaughtering everyone.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Okay, and then best cliffhanger.
Oh, I know it. Hold on. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone. There we go.
Which one?
I said Sylvester Stallone.
Oh.
He was a cliffhanger.
Okay, was he in a movie called Cliffhanger?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was a movie called Cliffhanger. It was terrible.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think, like, I know cliffhangers are usually like, movie 3-act structure, the end of Act 2, they have like a cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. But aside from thinking of like how many of those are, like which one really had the most impact on me? And then you have to like take into account, did they really pay off the cliffhanger when they got to the next one, or?
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of a good one. The ending to Harry Potter Part 6, when Albus Dumbledore dies.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, because like he dies and like the school is falling apart, and Harry and friends now have a pretty solid plan for how to kill Voldemort since they know about the Horcruxes. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many to pick from. Yeah, it's like I could go with something like Empire Strikes Back with like Han Solo and Carbonite, but movies.
Oh yeah, that's a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
too.
It's like classic movie stuff. It gets to the point where you're just so familiar with it that it doesn't feel like a cliffhanger much anymore. That it's just part of the story.
Yeah.
So I guess best cliffhanger would be whatever the freshest one is that hasn't been uncliffhangered by its sequel. Okay, favorite saying.
I'd have to go with okie dokie or the occasional finger gun snap. I find I'm doing that a lot lately, and I don't know whether I should stop or keep doing it if it's charming, but I just keep doing it without reason. Also, anything said by Ash in Army of Darkness is pretty golden.
Yeah. First one coming to mind for me is Griffin McElroy's Pobody's Nerfect.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just like on Monster Factory. Griffin McElroy sometimes he'll just say Pobody's Nerfect. You know, it's nobody's perfect. But with the letters interchanged to show how imperfect it is. That's the joke. Yeah. I'm sure there's other sayings I'm not thinking of. Let's see. What canceled project, movie, series, researched, whatever, would you like to continue?
I really liked the sci-fi series Eureka. It was terrible, but I really liked it. I wish it would have gone on for probably one more season or so. They removed it from like Netflix and everything, and it's only on Hulu, which I do not have. So I can't watch it anymore, and it makes me so sad. But I really like that show.
Yeah. Like, and
the Black and White games by Lionhead Studios.
Okay, actually, yeah, because I was gonna say, like, the first thing that came to mind is the Star Wars Expanded Universe that more or less got rebooted by Disney, even though I really like that old stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But, actually, that reminds me of video games. I really want to see what they were gonna do in Force Unleashed 3. Because, like, Force Unleashed 2 was an unnecessary sequel, but it ends with a cliffhanger, and I've just been wondering ever since how they're gonna explain Darth Vader being in prison, like, right before A New Hope, and somehow busting out of that.
I'm not sure, because I never played Force Unleashed 2, because I don't think I had the right system at the time. I played the first one, and I played the absolute ever-loving shit out of it. I thought the ending was kind of finite, though, and it was either you're dead or you killed Darth Vader, and one of those is not going to be canon.
Yeah. No, yeah, the first one definitely had a solid ending to it, and it's like you've got a light ending and a dark ending, so like the light canon ending is you fight Darth Vader and then spare him, you fight Vader, you spare him, then you have to fight the Emperor, and then the Emperor kills Starkiller, and the rebels escape and form the Rebel Alliance. And then you've got the dark ending, you kill Vader, you become the new apprentice, and then you go hunt rebels in, like, the expansion DLC. But yeah, no, so, yeah, it had a finite ending, and then they decided we're gonna make a sequel anyway, where there's a clone that may or may not be Starkiller revived. Like, I guess he's a clone, but he's got so many memories that he's not sure if he's a clone or not. And there's other clones, and they're all kind of insane, and you fight them, and, like, most of them are just, like, mindless monsters. But yeah, like, in the light ending, you fight Darth Vader at the cloning facility on Kamino, and then, you decide to spare him so that the rebels can capture him and interrogate him. So where that one ends, Vader is a prisoner aboard the Rogue Shadow, and he's, like, telling Starkiller and Juno Eclipse that they're not going to be able to hold him. And then we never got a part 3, so we never found out how he got out of that and killed them all and then went off to go to the start of A New Hope, because chronologically that game happens, like, right before it.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, like, Force, like, the modern day part of Force Unleashed is, I want to say, either 2 years or 1 year before A New Hope. And then Force Unleashed 2 happens after that, before A New Hope still. Yeah. Otherwise, like, there was also a dark ending where you go to kill Vader, and then it turns out he has another apprentice who has, like, he's gotten the memories back too, but he's rejected them in favor of being a loyal apprentice to Vader, so he steps in and kills the protagonist Starkiller, and takes over and goes off and hunts rebels again, because it's kind of the same thing as the first game. So, like, it would have been nice, we didn't need a part 2, but after they made a part 2 and ended it with a cliffhanger, it would have been nice to have a part 3.
Yeah. So I kind of have another point to this question. Are there any? What are your guilty pleasure games, or just ones that were just pure garbage that you love?
That's gonna take a while to think about, I guess. Oh, let's see. Looking over at my shelf now to see which games I thought were crap but fun. 'Cause it's like there's a lot of games that aren't that great, but I still had fun with them. But I don't know if I'd call them terrible. I mean, I guess while I'm looking, what are some of yours?
Most of mine are like from the PS2, because that's it's not exactly a golden age for video games, but it had some good ones. I know Austin's talked at length about Drakengard, and I've actually played that before he started talking about it. I was like, oh my god, I know that game. It is not good, but it is one of my favorites to just go around and fuck around in for 3 hours at a time. Another notable one that I really love from the PS2 is the Haunted Mansion video game. Its story is just absolute garbage, but it's just a delight to play.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I've got an idea. Yeah, because back on Super Nintendo, I was still so young at the time that I didn't know what makes a game good or not. So I have a lot of games that I like that are definitely crap. Like there's an incredible Crash Dummies game. It's like a really shitty platformer. But I've actually I got it. I got a ROM of it, and I've just been playing a lot of that lately because it's just nostalgic, even though it is terrible, and I can barely I can't really get through the second world because just poor level design.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, and on NES there was this like Ninja Turtles game that I didn't realize as a kid. It's just completely broken and terrible. I just knew it's got the turtles and it's got cool music, and I guess that's all I really needed. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there's a whole bunch of games on like Super Nintendo that I had. Yeah, they're not very good.
I think there was also like a Super Mario RPG.
Oh yeah, that one. It was made by Square.
Yeah.
At least like the original.
Don't remember if it was actually good or not. I think I was like 4 or 5 at the time when I played it. I have fond memories of it, and it was fun playing it. But looking back on it, I was like, why would they ever make a Super Mario RPG?
Well, okay, that it is a really good game. It's a little long. I mean, and kind of grindy because it's a Square game. But they made that one, and then like the Paper Mario series and the Mario and Luigi series are also Mario RPGs that are still going to this day. So, yeah, there's a lot of Mario RPGs, and it is a really weird world to set an RPG in because their rules aren't really consistent. Like, I think at one point they even said like the characters aren't even like the reason why Mario and Bowser will sometimes be fighting and sometimes getting along is because they're basically like actors in an acting troupe, and they just fill whatever roles they need.
Kind of like how in I think it's Super Mario Brothers 3, where everything is like bolted onto the background like a set.
Yeah, and like 3, is like fan theory. Like the first one is what it is, and then the second game is Mario having a dream, and then the third one is like fan theory. Mario and Luigi are reenacting the events of the first game on a stage. Since there is the whole stage, there's like everything's bolted on there. You run off the edge of the stage at the end of every level. Yeah, I mean, although really, like Mario as a series, it seems more inspired by classic cartoons, where you've just got this cast of characters and you can plug them into whatever role you need them to do. Yeah,
I'm not super big on Mario, but they make fun games sometimes.
Yeah. I like Mario well enough. I mostly like the feel of the platformers. They've got really solid gameplay and level design and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we got Eugene asks, how many cats should be in a single D&D session?
3.
Exactly 3.
3 per session. That's all
you
you
have
get.
4, then it's ruined.
It is. It's just a ruined session if it's got 4 cats.
So would Lenora count as one of the cats where it's a cat person?
I think in the credits she said she's a gay cat, so yeah, I think she would count. So her and her parents can show up, and that's it.
So if we got Lenora and Marty, Eddie the robot's cat.
Yes.
So that's two of the cats. Although Eddie's or Marty's usually not around, so they're not hitting their cat maximum quota yet.
It'll get there. They still got 37 more episodes.
Let's see, and then dire cats ?
10. There could be significantly more dire cats because dire cats are closer to dogs, and I like dogs. I like cats too, but I like dogs more.
Okay, so would a dire cat be like a tiger or a lion, or is it just like a really big cat?
It's just like a huge panther that's an asshole and won't let you pet its tummy.
Aw.
Well, not asshole. He's just like, leave me alone. I want to do my own thing. Go over there, human.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a cat.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, like if you had just a really big house cat, still house cat proportions, but bigger.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, it'd be adorable until it steps on you.
I mean, 90% of the time why I don't like cats is I can never fucking find them. They're always under the bed or something, so at least it would be like Flintstone style where I'm like, oh, there's the cat. Its tail is hanging out and it's 6 feet long. Alright, I know where it is.
Yeah, Clifford the Big Red Cat.
Oh, I would so be down for that. Oh, now I just want to pet Clifford.
Yeah, just get a cat that's big enough to be I was gonna say fur rug, but then it'd be dead. But no, a living fur rug that you can lay on.
Yeah.
Can a cat play D&D? I mean, give
Absolutely.
it a D20 and a character sheet. Let's try at least.
I think definitely a cat can play D&D. You just have to put the D20 precariously close to the edge, and then they'll try and knock it off like the asshole they are, and then it'll roll a number, and then you're good. Just write that number down, and then do it 15 more times, and then you have your session planned out.
Yeah, and then you'll have to talk the cat through all the actions up to the point where it needs to roll for something.
Yes.
Unless it's a talking cat.
Oh, a talking cat. Yeah, I'd play D&D with Salem. He'd be hella cool, I feel. From Sabrina?
Yeah.
100% down.
Let's see. The most appealing musical genre to you. Not sound-wise, only judging by the visual element? Okay. So I guess, the music culture of the genre.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So, the way they either dress or, the way the music videos look?
Yeah.
If I'm going off of the way the musicians dress, probably jazz. I don't know. I feel like they all dress up in fancy vests and slacks and fedoras. I'm pretty down with the punk scene for all their music videos. That's really cool. They also dress pretty cool too. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd pick because I don't really follow music culture that much. I did have it was interesting. Someone in high school was explaining to the class, the whole correlation between fashion and music. That a lot of fashion trends are born out of musical trends first.
There are also some just plain weird musical trends. I'm not super familiar with it, but the techno metal that's really big in Germany, and the way they dress is just. I'm not going to dress that way. They can certainly dress that way, though. I'm not going to impede on their right to, but it's not for me.
So what's it like? I guess I could Google it, but
it's very I want to say goth, but they all dress like Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
Oh, okay. Let's see. That's techno metal.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's called Cybergoth.
Oh, okay. Cybergoth. Cybergoth fashion. Oh, clothing. Okay. Images. Let's see. Oh. Huh. Oh, cool.
It's interesting. I'll give them that.
Yeah, well, like the second picture on here is just a bunch of pictures like women with like gas masks, but they're like a steampunky kind of gas mask.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's like ninja-like stuff. Wow, yeah, they look like a bunch of Mortal Kombat characters, really.
Yeah, like pretty much.
A lot of black, a lot of straps and leather and nets and neon-colored like panels and stuff. Oh, wow, yeah.
Speaking of fighting game fashion, have you ever played Skullgirls?
No, but I want to say I've seen like some of the like stuff on Amazon and stuff that's like inspired by it or based on it.
Yeah, that game's pretty fun. It's like everybody's like a monster girl of some type, and they all have their own special stuff. It's really weird, but it's kind of like a short story, but it was fun.
Yeah, I'm still just looking at this Cybergoth stuff. Yeah, definitely, it looks uncomfortable to wear, but it
it's
also looks really cool,
isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely, it looks like video game characters. Cool, yeah. Okay, let's see. So, is that it for? Yeah, I think that was it. I closed the forum, so that must have been the last one. Okay, so then we've got on Twitter, Zoan asks, what do you think butterflies think of? Or, no, what do butterflies think of?
Murder, according to The Simpsons. No one suspects the butterfly.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, because I think when I read that question, the first thing that popped in my head was this headline from The Onion. I don't think I had an article with it. It was just like a picture of a kitten, and it says, "Kitten thinks about nothing but murder all day."
I think I've seen that one. Yeah, The Onion's hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, butterflies, they think about murder. They think about conquest. Think about just blood flowing everywhere that they can suck up with their little whatever you call that.
And if they're a monarch butterfly, they think about nothing else than getting revenge on Dr. Venture. I'm sorry, that might have been way too deep a reference.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes of Venture Brothers, so I know there's... Is the monarch his, like, villain name?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
The monarch is the nemesis, and he's just completely absurd. It's a very niche show, but it holds a special place in my heart. It's like Frisky Dingo. Not many people have heard of it, but both those shows are just, they make me happy.
Yeah, like I caught a few episodes when I was in college and able to watch TV more often. Like I really haven't kept up with TV since graduating, but okay, and then she asks, if you could become immortal, would you?
I don't think so. I think the idea of immortality is interesting. However, I don't think I could personally do it now that I have someone in my life who, without them, I feel like it just wouldn't be the same.
I think for me, it depends on the nature of the immortality. Okay, so if it's the kind of immortality that's like you got tricked by a genie and now you're slowly aging but can't die, that would suck, so no.
Like Lopan?
Not sure what that is.
From Big Trouble Little China.
Oh, no, that's one that I should have seen, but I haven't.
The dude in it, he's very old, and the only way he can recover his youth is to marry a green-eyed woman and kill her, I believe is the story. I don't know. It's a bizarre movie as well.
Yeah, because like there was a Marvel comic series. Like the original one was Earth X, and then in the sequel, Universe X, they end up they convince Thanos to kill Death, and when Death dies, it makes it so nobody on Earth can die, but they can all like Mephisto ends up like maiming and crippling people because you can still feel horrible pain and wish for death, but you can't die because Death is dead, so nobody dies. So if it's a situation like that where it's like you're immortal, but you can still feel pain and you can still like age and you don't die, that would be terrible. So I wouldn't want that. If it's like immortality with eternal youth and that kind of indestructibility, I guess, that you would need to be properly immortal. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I would, actually, because I've just got so much stuff that I want to do, and the thought that I won't be able to do it because I'm gonna get old and die, I mean, that's life, but it sucks. So,
yeah,
if there was an option not to,
I feel like it would just turn out like the Twilight Zone episode where the dude sells his soul to the devil for immortality, and he just loses all meaning in his life because he can't feel anything anymore.
Yeah, and then he ends up getting life in prison
for killing his wife. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, you'd have to avoid the life in prison part, or I mean, I guess you would have a boring few decades, or centuries, or whatever until the prison walls come crumbling down, or I don't know. There's ways you could break out, I guess. Yeah, or otherwise, like, I don't know if it could be like an immortality that's like digitally upload your consciousness to, I don't know, the internet or whatever.
I kind of have a problem with that one because it's like, am I still really me then? Is it still the same me? You know?
I don't know. I mean, it would be about as socially active as I am now, except I wouldn't need a body to feed. I would just be typing things through my digital consciousness to other people. Yeah, and I guess I would have like a synthesized voice. Yeah, I could pick from all those like text-to-speech voices for what my new voice is going to be. So something like that maybe. But I think, there's a lot of qualifications to it. Okay, if there was a superpower lottery with all the powers you can imagine, what superpower would you like the least?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that things can always
now it
get
just basically
worse.
comes down to like, what superhero do I like the least? Almost.
Okay, so we'll go with for superpower lottery instead of like all the powers you can imagine, all the powers that you know have been used for like comic book movie superheroes.
Right. I don't know. I think laser vision would just be kind of dull because it's like, what do you do with it? I can start a fire! Yay!
Yeah, and if it's like Cyclops in X-Men, like, what even are... he's got eye lasers, but, they usually don't, like, sometimes they blow things up and cut through things, sometimes he'll, like, shoot someone with it and it just knocks them over.
Yeah.
So I don't know how those lasers even work. They're not really lasers. They're like some kind of force impact thing, I guess, but they come out in the form of lasers because those are easier to draw?
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, that would be a pretty lame
like not black holes, but like wormholes to some dimension that's just energy or something like that? I can't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, knowing comic books. Yeah, because I guess something like Hawkman or Hawkgirl just having wings. I mean, like wings could be cool, but
wings are badass.
Yeah, but then like a lot of superheroes can just fly by flying. You know, they don't have any like wings or anything that actually propel them.
Yeah.
So like if your only power is that you have wings, that's not a lot in the superhero world. Yeah, you never really think about the lame superheroes because they're boring.
Oh no, wait. What's that? Matter Kid or something like that, where he can just eat matter. That one's kind of dumb.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like you can eat, but you can eat anything, I guess.
Yeah. And I think you can just eat forever, too. You can just eat nonstop and eat whatever. It's super dumb.
Yeah, 'cause, I don't know, I'm trying to think of bad superpowers, and the only one I can think of, like, the one I would actually really want is the one that Multiple Man has in X-Men. Where it's like you can just make multiple copies of yourself to go around doing stuff, but then you can all merge back up together, so it's not like you have clones that you now have to plan around, like, making space for them.
I looked it up. It's Matter Eater, lad.
Yeah. Somebody was having a slow day at the writing desk.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. So, okay, where it's superpowers, you probably couldn't count something like Condiment King from Batman.
No, I don't think so, because doesn't he derive his power from devices? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's just a very enthusiastic fast food person, I guess. With his ketchup gun and mustard gun.
Wait, does Inspector Gadget count as a superhero? He's superhuman.
I mean, I guess if Cyborg counts, yeah, he is either a cyborg or a robot. I can't remember.
Not that I'm bashing on Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget is badass, but...
Yeah, I can't remember if he's a cyborg or a robot, but there are...
I think he's a cyborg.
There are cyborg... Yeah, like there are cyborg superheroes like Cyborg in DC Comics. So... Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a cyborg, he's got all those gadgets and abilities, and he uses it for good, so... And, like, being a detective or police officer isn't a disqualification from being a superhero. Because there's, that's a thing in comics, too. What would you buy if you had infinite money, but only for one purchase? You can't resell the thing you bought. My first thought for that was a house, but then I thought, you're thinking kind of small. Why not buy an island? But then it would have to be an island that has its own, like, power supply, because if I'm stuck on an island with no, like, electricity or internet or anything, then that would suck.
But if you're gonna go for an island, why not just go for the whole continental USA, or just a continent?
Or the moon.
Oh, yeah, you could buy the moon.
Yeah, you buy the moon because there's no other people there that you have to deal with. And, I guess as long as you can get a moon base set up that can somehow, like, maintain oxygen, because, the moon's gravity isn't going to hold oxygen on the moon. You're going to have to be producing your own oxygen, so you'll need, like, plants and trees and stuff to keep your oxygen supply going. But otherwise, the moon would be nice and quiet, and you'd get perfect satellite reception, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. That is pretty good. But I don't know whether you'd have, like, really high-speed internet there. Because it's like you're either on the other side of the moon, or... I don't know. I feel like I'd run out of internet half the time. Because there's just... I'm on the other side of the moon. Can't talk to satellites. Transformers,
so
Dark of the Moon.
If you bought the core of the Earth, does that mean you own all the land above it? So you just own... Well, I guess at that point, if
I don't think
you're just going to buy the Earth anyway.
I think you have to buy the air above whatever property you buy if you're going to use the air rights to it. Above a certain height, at least.
Yeah, because, I don't know, owning the Earth seems like more trouble than it's worth. Because people will be fighting you for that.
I don't know, if you own the Earth, it kind of opens up some doors on, like, what you can do to people, and that's, frankly, quite scary.
Well, and you own the Earth because you bought it with your infinite money. Somebody's just going to kill you and take it. Yeah, so you have to buy something that nobody's going to want to take from you, or that you can at least defend well enough. Which is why, I guess, if you're going to own a plot of land, it would have to be something like an island that no one will really bother to try to take from you, except, I guess, when the waters rise, it'll all flood over anyway, so your island's not very good.
I think for this answer, for this question, my answer is a fruit tree of every type that I like that grows fruit incessantly.
Okay, so you've got
I
your
do like
infinite
fruit
money
a
produces
lot.
infinite fruit.
Yes, basically. I gotta have them. Oh, wait. Dang. Okay, wait. One of each type of fruit plant that I like, because strawberries are not trees, they're shrubs. Because I like strawberries too.
If the Avengers...
Can I just buy all the food? Let's be honest. Oh, damn. No, all the food. Oh, wait, I can't buy dogs too, because that's a different purchase.
Yeah, and if you buy all the food in the world, that's another situation where people are going to kill you to take it.
Okay, I have to go with dogs. A bunch of dogs, because I like dogs.
But not all the dogs, because people will want those dogs.
They better not. I'll sick them.
Yeah, I wonder if an Avengers-style helicarrier has its own, self... I don't know, is it like super solar panel or something? How is it getting its energy? Because if I don't have to stop to get tons of fuel for it, because I was trying to go off of that island idea. So an island wouldn't necessarily be good because who knows how long until global warming destroys it. So I was thinking, okay, so I got a mobile mechanical fake island that can just float around as needed. Basically like an aircraft carrier, but more fun. But then I thought, might as well just get something like a helicarrier, and that way I can fly around the world and visit people.
Yeah, but it's got to have mini golf on it.
Yeah, mini golf off the edge of the helicarrier. Or no, that'd be like the driving range on the edges of it.
That too. That's one of everything. The sky's the limit with a helicarrier, because you can just fly right up into it.
Yeah, I mean, if we're ever going to get ShatCon off the ground, might as well get it into the air. And, you can just fly everywhere in the helicarrier. Which I guess, it's another situation where people are going to want that shit, but, you would have defense systems, in your sovereign nation of Flying Island. Yeah, I guess since you're limited by money, you can't just buy something magical.
I mean, we could if this were Dungeons and Dragons. Everything costs money in that game.
Yeah. And you can't resell the thing you bought, but why? Yeah, why would you want to sell it once you got it? Okay, who would win in a fight, a crocodile or a white shark?
Depends on who attacks first. If it's a crocodile. If it's a shark, probably the shark.
I mean, I think it depends on the terrain. Because white shark needs a lot of water to maneuver in, crocodile doesn't. So, unless the white shark is beached, in which case the crocodile's gonna win, the shark will probably win because the crocodile will be so deep out in the water that the shark's got the advantage.
Yeah. But if it's left shark always wins.
Yeah, even when he's getting chewed up by a crocodile, he's still adorable. Actually, it was kind of funny. Last Halloween, they were selling left shark mascot head things. So I got one when it went on clearance.
Were they really? Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I think either last year or whatever year left shark was a thing, they had full...
I think it was 2014.
Yeah, they had full Halloween costumes of left shark that year.
It had to be 2014 because it was 3 Super Bowls ago.
Yeah, the last time I actually gave a crap about anything... I don't even watch Super Bowls, but when I heard about that one, that left shark was great.
I only really watch the halftime show just because it's a family event, so I just go do that. Other times I'm just playing card games or board games when all the other boys are in there watching and I'm hanging out with all the girls hey, let's play a board game or something. I'm bored as fuck.
Yeah. Let's see, what type of sword is the best type of sword? Best at what?
This could get really dirty.
The penis sword.
Oh. That was in our latest episode, too.
Best type of sword. I mean,
I
don't know. It depends on what you need it for.
There's so many swords.
Yeah, I mean, are you looking for something light that you can like carry around at your side, or are you looking for something that'll break skulls?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's a toss-up between a busker sword and a gladius, because I like gladiators and stuff, because that's really just cool. But at the same time, like anime sword. Oh, and also like a rapier for pirates, because pirates are badass.
Yeah, like right now I'm thinking something like a Kopish, because it's curved sword. Curved swords. That or like a lightsaber.
Oh, that is a laser sword, huh?
Yeah, I can cut through anything.
Would cut through the competition. Sorry. There it is. See, told you.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to think if any of like the lightsaber variants, if I prefer those. Like if you're actually going to use it, probably just the classic blade would be best. Like double-sided, you're just going to cut your foot off.
What about like the hook blades from Game of Thrones that the Dothraki use? It's kind of like a Kopesh, except it's like super curved. Those are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, like I know. I just watched season 7, so I'm sure I've seen them, and I just can't remember exactly what they look like.
They look kind of just like a Kopesh, except the curved part is almost like a crescent. Rather than just kind of like a little curve to it, it's like a full-on half circle.
Okay, but it doesn't like hook all the way at the end into like a scythe kind of thing.
Kind of. Here, hold on.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's got like a sharper start to the curve. Yeah, and like the inside and the outside are both sharp, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so then, let's see, Zoen's last question, do you like cars? If so, why?
I do not, because they just don't appeal to me. I'd rather spend my money on something else and just buy a more functional vehicle. I have just a crappy car right now, but it gets like 27 miles to the gallon, so I'm pretty happy with that. It looks like crap, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know, I'm mixed about cars. Like, yeah, I have just a basic, useful car. I don't have any interest in spending a lot of money on like a car. Like I can appreciate when a car looks good, but not enough to actually spend money on it. And like, it's nice having, because I went so many years not having my own car. Like it's nice to be able to just decide to go somewhere and be able to go there. But at the same time, I really hate driving. Especially now that everything's like ice and snow. But even on good weather days, I don't like driving. I don't like traffic. Just in general,
I don't mind either. It just becomes a
stressful
bother after a while when you're sitting in traffic for like an hour and you're like, oh my god, please end.
Yeah, I mean, there's usually not really bad traffic where I am, but just, you've got other cars, you've got other drivers, and usually it's either people going way slower than they need to, or, I don't know, people who just kind of worry you and you see them, like drifting a little bit. So, yeah.
I actually regularly torment my fiance by saying I'm going to buy a minivan when we have kids, and she is not for that one bit.
I don't know. I mean, my family's had minivans, and I've always kind of liked them. Like, I drove one for driving practice, and it feels like driving in a tank, kind of, because you're like a little bit. Yeah,
they are very, very, very large.
Yeah, it's like it's big, and you're sitting up higher, so you get a better view, and yeah, it just feels like if anybody gets in your way, they're probably going to take more damage than you are, which is comforting. Yeah, I mean,
I think you actually skipped one of Zoen's questions.
Oh, did I?
I think so. It says, "Why did you kill Goat Mom?" That's very rude of you. And I apologize for killing Goat Mom. I did not know how to play that fucking game. And then I was desperately looking for an answer. I was like, I don't want to fight Goat Mom. I don't want to fight Goat Mom. And I was like, maybe if I just whittle her down enough, she'll give up. And then I got to about a quarter of her health. And then I attacked once more to just see if she would back off. And I just, like, killed her. And it was petrifying. And I felt so fucking bad. And then her heart disintegrated. I was like, oh my god, no. No, 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 no. And then I reset my save, and then I did it again, saving her this time, and I felt so much better. But at the same time, it's still a burden on my heart to this day. She's my favorite character from that game, so.
Okay, is that Undertale? Or
it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's one that I keep hearing about, and I wish they would put it on a console so I could play it. I think it might be on PlayStation,
on
but yeah, I don't have any PlayStation systems.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's a bummer then.
Yeah, but I mean, it's on PCs, so it shouldn't be that hard to port it over to Xbox if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Someday, I guess. Okay, Insomnia asks, favorite butt?
I'm really partial to my butt, or my fiance's butt, or, on rare occasion, huge Jackman's butt. Yeah. That's Hugh Jackman, but I call him Huge Jackman.
I mean, you get a good view of it in Days of Future Past.
Hell yeah. He's my husbando.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Would tap.
Yeah. I've answered a similar question in a previous episode. There's this one picture of Phoebe from Pokemon that has a really good butt, so that's my answer for favorite butt. Hugh Jackman has a pretty good butt too.
It's really hard to say super fast. Huge Jackman. I was getting tongue-tied.
Let's see. And then we got Toshiro Kuro. How many did he get? A whole bunch. Okay, favorite thing about making a podcast so far?
Meeting new people. And learning, I'm not going to say new skills because I've done editing once or twice before for high school classes, but it's just fun. I've gotten to meet all these people, and my opinions on quite a few things have changed since starting it. I wasn't super familiar with the trans community, and now we have 2 trans people on the podcast, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think we have a pretty diverse cast on our podcast, and that's just awesome to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, mine would be similar. Yeah, getting to meet people. Where I've got a different person on every week, but I've also gotten some people I've gotten to talk to more than once, and usually the more times I talk to someone, the more we have to talk about. Usually. Which is neat, and getting to talk to people from all around the world is nice. Instead of just local, talking to people in other countries, and so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think on the first time we recorded our show, the first episode, it was only my second time ever talking to these people over voice. We'd been talking about a week prior through Discord. And we did a mic check the night before, but I think it kind of shows in that first episode. We were just a tad bit uncomfortable with each other at first. I think we're pretty good. We have a pretty nice camaraderie now.
Yeah. And also, for this particular podcast, it's nice just having a sort of a forum to get my thoughts out. Once a week. I don't necessarily have to type them up or tweet about them if I just want to talk about something. There's this. And also, like I've said before, this is the bulk of my social life outside of typing to people. As far as talking to people goes, this is the most I really talk to people, because otherwise it's just work. And, that's just work. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's nice having an opportunity to socialize without really having to leave the house.
what do you like to think about when you're alone? Wink, wink. Dicks?
Yeah. When I'm alone, I usually end up pondering things that I've just done recently. I'm like, oh, shouldn't have done that. Or pondering my own existence, thinking about how I want another dog, loving on my dog, or singing songs to myself. I'm super boring when it comes to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just pretty nerdy, because, like, usually, yeah, if I'm stuck thinking to myself for a long time, I'll end up, like, either thinking out the plot of, like, a movie or a series or something, and how it connects to, like, other things, and, like, there's a lot of, like, lore building, and just generally, like, trying to refresh my memory on things that I've seen before, and what I thought of them. So yeah, like a lot of nerd thoughts. Yeah.
I've come to realize recently that when I'm alone, I start to think about some really interesting things that I'm not sure that I agree with. And I've also noticed I don't really like the voice in my head, so I'm trying to change that and be a kinder person in there as well.
Yeah.
Which sucks that I can't feel comfortable inside my own head, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's difficult. My head voices can be pretty mean too.
Mine's always like, sell your soul, and I'm like, fuck, I'm just trying to wash dishes.
Well, yeah, the dish god needs your soul.
Yes, it's how you clean them all and make sure none of them come out with that grimy shit on them.
Let's see. How many Twinkies do you believe you could eat in one sitting?
Pass the box. I can do the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't...
Maybe 2 if I'm lucky.
Yeah, I don't know. I tend to prefer food that's a little more solid usually, so like I'll eat one and then it just feels so squishy and like not really filling that I don't know that I would really bother to eat more than one, probably. But I don't know.
They're definitely not for everyone.
Like I feel like my tastes,
the spongy pieces of crap that they are.
Tastes have changed over the years. Like, yeah, like I used to eat more of that junk stuff, and now, like, if I'm eating something and I don't feel full afterward, then it kind of feels like it was a waste to even eat it. Like Pop-Tarts. You know, I noticed like I eat them and then I'm still just as hungry at the end as I was when I started. So.
Oh, I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so I probably got some calories out of that, but not really.
Yeah.
Okay, how are your freestyle rapping skills?
Deplorable.
Yeah, same. I mean, I don't really do music in general, but having to think on my feet and try to rhyme stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'm better at freestyle singing, but not much. Like it's a +1. There's like many levels you can go. I'm just a +1. It's horrible.
Yeah, because it's like rapping. You have to be good at rhyming and like tongue twisters. You have to be able to like, speak quickly.
To be honest, I'm not even good at rapping.
Yeah, because like, you have to be able to like, speak quickly but consistently.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, definitely I wouldn't be able to do that. I trip over my tongue all the time.
I like to say that I have voice dyslexia.
Okay, so like you're getting your voice backwards, or?
Yeah, I just end up speaking nonsense because I'm like, oops, I don't know what the fuck I was trying to say, but it's just blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Let's see. How passionate are you about pasta?
The pastiest. I love pasta. It is my favorite dish. My favorite thing to eat is spaghetti. I will eat damn near any type of pasta. Just give it to me.
Yeah, I like pasta. I think it kind of depends on what kind of sauce you put on it, whether I'll really like it or not. But even just plain spaghetti is great. Just like noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get me noodles and let me figure out my own toppings for it.
I really like to make egg noodles. I just boil those, and then I'll brown some hamburger meat and just put them together. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I like, I'm trying to remember what that cheese is, like the white sauce kind of cheese you sometimes have on Alfredo.
Parmesan?
Parmesan's good too, but Alfredo, the kind of like goopy white stuff. Wink, wink, I guess. But it just, I don't know, the taste is great. So. Okay, and then, let's see, the last question we got, assuming I haven't gotten any new ones, doesn't look like it. Okay, let's see if I can do this voice. Sean, aka Funkdunk Plays, cause, the show is his name. What's that? You want a dicking? Regular or deep? We're having a special on quick and profoundly disappointing since I'm not in this season. Well, we don't know if he's gonna be in this season yet. I mean, there's still time. We're only almost 3 episodes in. Yeah, if you haven't been following Funkdunk Plays, okay, in season 1, our characters... Well, okay, in season 1, I was playing a sexy ear of corn as a joke.
Yes.
And then, and Kirsten was playing Half Angel, an Azamar, and
yes,
and like her character's arc was that she was like she ran away from home and was like trying to like open up and get out of her shell and stuff. So there was a lot of sexy stuff that went on. And at one point we went to a kingdom of elves, and the king has a secretary who schedules dickings for him, and he's like an old man and speaks in that kind of screechy whine voice of, what's that? You want a dickie? I can't even do it. It's in a register that I can't quite reach, I think. But yeah, no, so there's that character, and at one point there's like an implication that a character like that might exist in every plane of reality. Like we briefly saw one like sitting on the street when we went back to the Sword Coast plane. So, So I'm still expecting one to show up in this new season that we're doing, but... Okay, I guess to answer the question, do I want a dicking? Sure. I mean, it kind of depends which dick. If it's a clean dick that I can trust to be a clean dick, then yeah, definitely. No dirty dicks. They become dirty dicks,
nope,
but I don't want them to start dirty. You gotta clean it first, and then... I guess I'll start with a regular and see how I feel, and then maybe we can move on to a deep.
I'm all good. I'm set.
Okay. More dicks for me. So.
At least for this episode. Okay. I think that's about all I got.
Okay, yeah. We had a lot of questions, but we managed to get through them pretty quickly, so that was good. Yep, so end of 2017, good riddance.
It was an okay year. It wasn't the greatest, but it was all right.
Yeah, it was okay for movies.
You know, with Commandant Trump. Oh, sorry, the T word. Can't say that.
Yeah, no. The real world has been just depressing this year, but...
Brother is watching.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's been some good movies this year at least, so that's nice. Yeah.
I didn't really keep up with all the games as much as I used to, which kind of makes me sad, but at the same time, I just don't have time for them anymore, so...
Yeah.
The ones that I did play were fun.
Yeah, so I guess, so thank you for joining me this week.
No problem. Yep. Thank you for having me.
Yep. Yeah, and my quest to get everybody from the fandom onto this show, getting a little bit closer now.
It will happen.
Okay, so until next week, stay funky.
wel er bouwen met het laamsnet, heug is nog niet niet was, vaag is. De wil fiet klim de timer niet al, das nemeki, heel kem zij groen engel mers. Heller giet en aan ik was, graag giet nel zich wordt steeds zijn het laamnes net, das schijne vroeg.